Hello, Susan Winters-Griste here, licensed marriage and family therapist, and welcome to 10-Minute Tuesdays, a therapeutic journal writing experience. Again, I am hoping to share this as a resource to the community for those of us who may be having our ups and downs during this time, for sure, with being quarantined and trying to find a new normal during this time. So I'm offering this 10 minutes in terms of a journal writing experience to help us take care of our inner world, take a closer look at where we are in terms of our mental health, as we're also vigilantly taking care of our physical health. I also would like to start with my appreciation for all those who have shared their feedback, their positive experiences in terms of being and taking time and doing some of these journal writing exercises. I'm really happy that this is something that you're finding also beneficial and helpful too, in terms of taking a look at what's happening within. And for those of you who are new to this 10-Minute Tuesday experience, how you may be wondering, how is this different than any other kind of journal writing? And this therapeutic journal writing experience is more geared toward and more from a framework of mindfulness, where we're paying attention to a particular theme or a particular area of concentration. And my thread has been, or this theme for the last few 10-Minute Tuesdays has been, be still and know calm. That's been the theme and the framework that I've been working out of to share some of these journal writing prompts with you. So that said, before we begin, first of all, I'm hoping everybody has their notebook, a writing utensil or pen of some kind to begin writing. And even before we begin with our first prompt, let's begin with just getting in touch with our breathing. Let's try to settle in with this experience by taking a deep breath. So let's fully and deeply inhale and exhale. Okay, good. So hopefully just taking that pause or two, just centering on the breath, will help us be more focused and more centered on the experience of writing in our journals and our ability to stay focused on that theme. Okay, so let's start with our first prompt for today. And again, I'm sure you all have your notebooks and pens ready. Last week our prompts were thinking about calm places, calm experiences that we've had, and really getting in touch with them in a very specific way, thinking about the sights, the sounds, the smells. So last week we were really focusing on that sense of calm by just visualizing and getting in touch with the experience in the idea of being calm and peaceful and relaxed. So today's prompt I'm going to ask you to begin with is, what is it I would like to let go of today? Or what is it I would like to, when we think about letting go of, what is it what I would like to maybe not put so much pressure on, or not try to have such control over, or be so focused on in terms of what might be creating more stress. So when we think about the first prompt, can we begin writing for a moment or two on the idea of what might be some areas, thoughts, behaviors even, that I would like to let go of. So that will be our first prompt. What would I like to let go of today? So again, take a deep breath before we begin. And begin writing for a couple moments on what would I like to let go of, or make more of an effort of letting go of for today. Okay. Okay, and if we can finish up the last sentence or two there. I know that we're only beginning to scratch the surface of that question in terms of what is it I would like to let go of for today. And again, thinking about that in terms of what am I aware of that I'm holding on to too tightly and it's creating more stress or creating more pressure, then good. So again, if we could finish up the last sentence or two on what is it I would like to let go of. And again, please feel free to come back to this prompt at another time. I know we're just scratching the surface just to get the to plant a seed for this idea of letting go. Okay, and if you finish that prompt up in your writing, again, I invite you to come back to that at another time on the notion of what is it I would like to let go of, what am I holding too tightly onto that is creating more stress for me, and what can I be more patient about or gentle to myself about in terms of letting it go. Now, I'd like us to come to the second prompt, which is where would I would like to place focus today? Where would I like my focus to be today? What would be more useful thoughts? Or what would be more helpful thoughts to stay with today or be in touch with today? So the second prompt is, how would I like to focus my mind for today? And where is it I'd like to place my focus in terms of more useful thoughts, more beneficial thoughts, more helpful thoughts that would be better for me in terms of going through my day. So again, if we can take a deep breath before we begin. And again, we'll take a few moments to jot down what is it I would like to focus more on? What might be more useful ways of thinking for me today? Okay, and if we can take a couple more moments here to finish up that thought. Okay, good. Okay, so I hope that these two prompts today may be helpful to you again, in terms of the first part being what is it I think would be helpful for me to let go of and not so hold on so tightly to for today. That might help me have a better day in terms of calm and peace and a healthier outlook for today. And also the second prompt was what would be a more useful way to place my thoughts. What would be helpful in terms of what ideas and thoughts would I think would be helpful for my mind to be more involved with or more aware of. So on that note, again, I am glad that many of you were with me today for this 10-minute Tuesdays. Hopefully this short amount of time again gave you that experience of be still and know calm, which has been our theme for the month of April. Again, I will be offering, as I mentioned several times before, as a call to action, donating all my royalties for my book, Takeaways, a Little Book of Reflections, which is on Amazon. For the month of April, I will be donating all the royalties to St. Mary's Shelter, which is in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. And I'd also like to again invite you to next Tuesday, which will be April 21st at 11 a.m. for our next 10-minute Tuesday experience, a therapeutic journal writing event. And again, I look forward to seeing you then, and I am very grateful you were with me today. Have a good one. God bless.